subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Hey friends, how are y'all? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brandy and I talk all things fitness and Weight Watchers, along with some other content. But today I'm in my bedroom and I apologize for the lighting, but it's storming outside, so I just don't have much bright light. But I wanted to chat. Did everyone get the email from Weight Watchers, or are they calling me out? I'm really confused on Monday. Today is Sunday, Mother's Day. But on Monday of this week, I got an email from Weight Watchers and it was titled, How to Get Back in Your Routine. And so I am just really curious if this was sent to everyone that follows WW just as like tits and tidbits. And if so, that is great because in another recent video where I talked about the pros and cons of WW, I'll link that one in the description. I was saying they don't really give us much tips. So if everyone received it, I feel like that's great. Or did everyone not receive it and I received it because I kind of fell off the wagon this last month or so? I'm very curious as that because I've never thought that Weight Watchers was actually like paying attention much to my uses of the app, my tracking, my progress, and that sort of thing. So this email really made me stop and just go, are they paying attention in the background? I've never received an email of this sort in the past, and I've been a participant in WW for almost 3 years. I did unenroll for about 6 months a year ago or so. So I'm going to put a poll on my community page and just ask, did everyone get this, or am I special for falling off track? Also, just comment below and let me know if you got it. But I went ahead and I was like, hey, what are you suggesting I do to get back in my routine? I need it. I have been in a major slump. I still want to lose a few pounds. If you've been here a while, last year I did maintenance all year, which was great. But I did gain a few pounds during that maintenance period, and that was from me probably not eating within my maintenance points properly. And so January rolled around and I wanted to, just lose max 10 pounds. Anywhere from 8 to 15 I'd be happy with. So not max 10, I would say max 15. So anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15, I would be happy in that range. But definitely I need to lose at least 5 pounds. I'm in the weight right now where I really don't like to be in. It's where I'm the least comfortable in my body. Not the least, obviously, if I'm larger. But it's at the point where I'm no longer comfortable in my body. And so that's really my motivation to lose like 5 more pounds or so. So in January, I went back to weight loss mode. And I have not been successful. I'm actually heavier now than I was in January. But like I said in a few videos, I had not been tracking. Just this last week, I started tracking. With that said, I could use these tips that Weight Watchers sent. So I want to talk to them, and I want to talk to them with you all. So let's go to the number one tip they gave. They said, make tracking feel easier. And they gave you a couple different ways to do this. They suggested doing whatever tracking routine works best for you. That could be one of 4 things they suggested. They suggested 1, you track all your meals once a day. Typically, people that do this do it in the evening after they consumed everything. The second option is you track as you go. And I will say, when I was having the most success on WW, that is what I did. And that is what I've always done historically, is track as you go. The third one is saving frequently tracked food and meals. This is another tip I have used in the past, but I'm not really using it now, and I don't know why. And then the last one is pre-tracking. I typically do not pre-track. The only time I'll pre-track is, say, when I know what I'm having for dinner and I'm wondering how many points I should spend on lunch. So that's maybe if dinner is like a higher point option, then I'm more likely to pre-track. With these tips, why do I feel like I haven't been tracking? The first year or 2 when I was on WW, that's interchangeably with Weight Watchers, I had no issue tracking. I found it easy. I was consistent. A day didn't go by hardly that I was like, oh, I forgot to track that. I was tracking real time, typically right before or right when I was eating. So it was like at that moment. And now I just haven't had that. A lot of times I think I'm not in that mindset. Like I just totally forget. And I'm still not loving the changes to the app. I find that, and this has been several changes, not just the recent time. I find I'm having a hard time finding the exact foods I want. I'm having a hard time when you can toggle between the sizes. When you first search the item, like say a tomato comes up and it'll say 1 cup. I'm finding that sometimes I had to add it to my meal, then go in the meal, then adjust that I only half a cup of tomato. Versus historically, it would come up and I could toggle it immediately and then hit add. So it's adding extra steps. That's just annoying. And then when I quit WW, I had all my favorite foods and recipes, and like I would have like just like one button for sandwich, and I use that regardless of what lunch meat and stuff I used on a sandwich. And I think stuff like that saved me. But I think when I downloaded the app again to rejoin after calorie counting, I don't remember finding my favorites. So maybe one day I just need to sit down and add some favorites like that just to help me out a little and like bookmark some things. I don't think I would. Tracking all my meals once a day doesn't work for me because I've tried that in the last few months. Meaning, I forgot to track breakfast and lunch, and at dinner, I'm like, oh shit, I need to track. And I try to retrospectively do it, and I do okay, but I always realize when I film a video and I'm watching it editing, I'm like, oh, I forgot to track that. So it'll be like the peach tea in one of my recent videos. If I try to track at the end of the day, I'm liable to at least forget one item. That's like a sure fail for me. So I'm going to get back on track. The way I'm going to take this tip for me is I'm going to get back to tracking as I go and saving frequent meals, and we'll see how that goes. Last week, like I said, Sunday, I started tracking last Monday. They sent this on this email the exact day I started tracking, which is funny. But out of the 7 days, I have tracked 5 of those days, so not bad. But used to, I did it every 7, every week, regardless if I was eating bad or not. The only time in like the first year and a half I did not track is if I was on a vacation. Other than that, Christmas, I track Christmas Day. I track Thanksgiving Day. I need to get there, and I want to be there. I just feel like my life has been hectic, but I don't know if that's just excuses and I don't have the motivation. But I'm going to try. The second tip they said was set smaller goals. And this may be one of my problems, is because when I first started out on my weight loss journey, I had a goal in mind, and it was like a weight loss number. And when I got at that goal, like it was like I would say like an 8-pound window. And when I hit that mid-pound window, I was like, okay, you made it. And that's when I went to calorie counting to try to maintain, and that didn't work. And then I went to maintenance on WW last year, and I was working out trying to build muscle. But I no longer had a goal, and that may be impacting me. And I didn't think about that. I mean, even just now, a while ago, I said, yeah, I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds. But when I went to weight loss mode in January, I don't feel like I sat down. No, I did sit down and film a video about my goals. So you know what? Right when I finish filming this, I'm going to go watch that video and remind myself what my current goal was for the reason for losing weight at this moment. To me, losing weight is not enough to drive my goal, at least for me at this point in my life. When I was much heavier, it was enough to drive me, and it was back then it was like more for my health. And I have improved my health. I actually haven't been nearly as sick as I used to be. Yes, I'm not sleeping, but I don't think that has anything to do with my weight and fitness. So yeah, I need to go watch those, and maybe I just didn't set small enough goals. Like it says, maybe I just had a big goal. So I will take this tip in mind, and instead of just looking at one big goal, I'm going to try to break it up into smaller goals. So matter of fact, I'll say this right here, right now, that next week, I'm going to try to track. My goal for next week is to track every single thing for 7 days straight. So that will be my first small goal. And my second small goal will be to walk my dogs 3 days a week. hopefully before work, but if not, after work. And then also I will lift weights 3 days a week. So let me set those 3 small goals. I do need to figure out by rewatching my video at the beginning of the year what my large goal was, so that way I can break it into smaller goals throughout the rest of this year and have a roadmap to success. If you only have one big goal, that can be almost seem unattainable. So therefore, it's like, well, I'm not going to achieve that anyway, so why even try? And I typically don't have that mindset, but setting small goals just seems like it'll help me get there. So I'm going to try to really, really focus on that. What are some of your goals? Also, maybe if you like reward yourself with the small goals will help you really achieve success. Yeah, I'll do that. So if I do all 3 of those things this week, what should my pleasure be? Let me think for a sec. Hold, please. Okay, so if I achieve all 3 goals, I am going to allow myself to go and order a few items off Shin. I do not need clothing, but I had made my first Shin order not too long ago and actually liked it. So maybe if I achieve these, I will go and treat myself to some more Shin that I don't even need. Okay, and the third tip the email focused on is keep your why close by. It says getting inspired is one thing, staying inspired is another. A powerful personal why can boost your mojo and help you stay focused when you hit bumps along the way. I do think that's true. And it's very similar. Usually, your why would really entail closely to your goal. So, your goal may be to improve your health, whereas your why may be to improve your health so you can watch your grandchildren grow old, something like that. Not grow old, grow up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I ever truly had a good why. I know when I first started WW and in the app, the connections part, you could put your why. And I don't know if I ever came up with one. I'm opening my app to see. It's going slow. Okay, so I scoured the app and I could not find anywhere where I put my why when I started WW. And I don't know if I ever came up with a why. I feel like I came up with a goal, like I wanted to be healthier, I wanted to be in the best fitness shape of my life, that sort of thing, but I never tied it to a why. Interesting. So maybe I need to work on that. What are your whys? I need some ideas. And how do you separate a why from just being the goal? Like if my goal, okay, maybe my goal is to lose weight and my why is to be in good shape. Does that make sense? So is my goal to be healthy, and in order to achieve that goal, I have to lose weight? I need to ponder that. Anyhow, I just wanted to chat a bit, and that was it, and see if everyone got the email. I hope y'all respond and let me know, because I'm super curious if Weight Watchers was calling me out and I should be offended, or if I should be very, very happy that in 3 years, this is the first time I've ever received such a harassing, motivating email. But it was good timing. I actually wish they would have sent it a little earlier when I wasn't, because I haven't been tracking very well at all. So maybe like if you hadn't tracked for a week or two, they should send that, not until like months, or a month at least, I think is how long I hadn't tracked when they sent it. But that is it, friends. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there, fur babies, even if you have fur babies or any type of babies. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.